r/divorce. Friend cried after hearing what my marriage is like. For several weeks now, divorce has been on my mind. But despite my unhappiness, I haven't been able to go through with it. After another 3-day blow-up with my wife over walking the dog, yes, you read that right, I was at my limit and felt lost. I reached out to one of my oldest friends who truly knows me. I wanted to share with her my entire marriage experience. After sharing dozens and dozens of my many sad experiences in my marriage, she concluded that my wife was most likely a textbook narcissist. And after a moment of silence, she broke down into tears. She was so heartbroken by how I've been treated by my wife and couldn't believe how cruel a person could be towards someone they should be loving. We talked for nearly 3 hours. And every which angle we looked at my marriage, it was clear that I need to leave. I told her I've known for some time, but I couldn't go through with it. She asked me why. I said because I fear being alone the rest of my life. My friend then gave me the defining statement of the call. She has beaten you down mentally so much that you can only see her version of you. Your experience is very similar to people abused by their spouse. They break you down until your own opinion of your self-worth is diminished. That immediately framed everything through the most accurate lens. She was so right. Many a time has my wife said you would be nothing without me, no friends, family, and I'll take half of everything you have. At the end of the call I committed to my friend to have an exit strategy and action plan. There was no way I would drop the D word to my spouse without packed bags, a place to stay and divorce papers. Also, before we hung up, my usually reserved friend said, "Leave the bitch," which in a way was validation of all my thoughts. Thank you for listening. Now some comments. Comment 1. My experience is very similar, except I'm the wife and my soon-to-be ex is the covert narcissist. July 31st, I told him I don't want to be married anymore. I didn't have a place lined up to stay, so it was hell on earth for 2 months until I found an apartment and moved out. I tried to be as gentle as possible, lined up weekly couples therapy appointments, etc. in hopes of him understanding our real issues. But he sees it all as a ploy, as though I dragged him through with the intention of hurting him. I realized/am still realizing how depleted my sense of self-worth and self-esteem became throughout our marriage. He wouldn't love me or be happy unless I was his version of a wife, rather than my true self. Everyone deserves to be allowed to be themselves without judgment, period. The statement "beaten you down so much that you can only see her version of you" completely resonates. My spouse claims that he knows me better than I know myself, and that I'll never find someone who loves me as much as him. I know it's right to leave and that in order to truly be happy and myself without threat and judgment I had to get away from him. The hard part is that we have a young kiddo together, so the vision of traditional family is gone, but kiddo is thriving, now having a mommy home and a daddy home. Good luck. My heart goes out to you. Do right by yourself and everything else will fall in line. Sending you lots of strength. Comment 2. I had a narc alcoholic husband. It took me a year to tell him we were divorcing. Thankfully he was drunk. Oh yeah, we were working together too. And he was my boss. Thankfully he knew he couldn't survive that job without my help. It took 4 years for all to be signed and done. I was prepared for most everything before telling him. He hid his jerk-like behaviors from friends and family. I took some blame and I just brushed it off. Don't be afraid to talk to your inner circle about her abuse. My mom became my biggest supporter. Get a storage place to stash your valuable/sentimental items. Wish I had done that. Comment 3. I know where you're at, and here's the funny thing, even though I'm in a far better place now than I've ever been, in terms of relationships, I still sometimes miss my ex. The heart is a complicated, tricky thing to heal. I know I'm never going back, and I know that had I stayed in that married I would have already been dead, in a very real sense, and still. Please OP, you deserve better. Please leave. You can probably not fix her. Things will probably get even worse. Save yourself. Comment 4. Narcissistic abuse is psychological abuse. You and your friend are right about the not leaving until the exit strategy is sorted and the bags are packed. Go no contact as soon as you can once you're out of the paperwork is finalized. Best wishes for rebuilding your life and self-esteem. Comment 5. Plan well. Hide all your plans. Sock away money. Been there. Didn't plan well on my exit strategy because I was naive. Will never forget one day when driving home from California and I told my ex I wanted a divorce during one of our fights. His response? You want a divorce? I will show you a divorce. And he meant it. as hell bent on cleaning me out. He would also tell me repeatedly how I would never find anyone to love me since I am such a bitch. That I would end up jumping from one relationship to another as they would all dump me since I am such a horrible person. I am at peace now. And have had one relationship since who thought that I was not a bitch, was actually a kind person, although a bit high-strung. She has beat you down. You deserve peace in your life. And you need to be alone for a while in order to heal and build yourself up again. But plan well. See a lawyer secretly for advice, but do not retain until your plan is all secured. Put money away slowly, and secretively. Find out your state divorce laws. You may have to move to another state with better laws to protect the breadwinner and establish residency. Plan, plan, plan. And act like everything is normal till your plan is ready to go. Hope there are no kids. You will get through this, and one day, when your self-worth is better, when you are ready, get up and date. You know what to avoid next time. Good luck. Thanks for listening. If you could like this video and subscribe to my channel, that would help me a lot.